Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes when life is hard, when things are hard, when health is hard, I react. I think that's human. I am so sorry. I was confused. I was acting on advice that I had been given in the past, and I didn't lead with my heart. I didn't lead with kindness, and obviously that showed. Had a human moment and reacted instead of taking the time to talk out the situation.
You're probably wondering how this woman got here, sitting on her couch, crisscrossed applesauce, eyes full of tears, and you're probably feeling very sorry for her. Well, what if I told you that all of these tears, all of the crisscross applesauces, and this very lengthy apology is all because of a cake pop? Hey you guys, today we're talking about one of my favorite things, cakes, sweets, sugar. Things that I want to eat in excess that'll make my thighs rub together, and then I'll complain during summer that my thighs are rubbing together even more. And we're not only talking about cake, we're talking about a certain person that makes these cakes. Cakes by Katie. She has over 700,000 followers and she specializes in cake pops. So Cakes by Katie is one of the biggest cake pop creators on TikTok. Now, I don't know how many cake pop creators there are to make her the biggest, but she's got a lot of followers. In my head, she's close to 1 million followers on TikTok. She was a lot closer until this whole thing, but she's still over halfway there for now. Oh yeah, Rigby, you're right. They don't know the story yet. Okay, well just promise that you will evil cackle with me after I describe the story to you at the end of the video. Promise? Pinkies up. Great. You just sign the pact. Get ready to laugh at the end. Or maybe feel sorry for her. I'm not too sure. You tell me. Okay, so Cakes by Katie. She is one of the biggest TikTok cake pop girls on TikTok. I'm not sure why I said TikTok so many times, but she's on TikTok and she's the queen of cake pops. And Katie's got everything on her website. She says, this is a cake account, bitch. So I think cursing and cakes is a part of her whole thing, and the cursing comes up later. It is part of the story, which I found so stupid, but I'll tell you about it later. So you can get her cake pop recipe collection for $12.99. Dipping the Cake Pops 101 for $7.99. Funfetti recipe and tips, $3.99. Pretty affordable, 40 recipes for 12 bucks, and I don't have to leave my house to order like a hard copy, even though I like hard copies. I don't like recipes on the internet. I don't know why, but I mean, $12 isn't very expensive. Actually, I just bought a book for like 12 bucks and I got a whole copy. It doesn't matter. We don't need to debate about the price of the book. That's not what it is. The price isn't what people were upset about. But if you don't want to spend $12 on a digital copy of a cake pop book, she does have tutorials for free.
All you need is a hot cake to make cake pops. Fuck frosting, we're using the steam method.
Oh, there's the cursing. Keep it in your head. I don't think you're gonna guess why people got upset by the cursing.
I've been making cake pops for years now. I've tried a lot of different ways. This is just what I prefer.
She's got Cakes by Katie tools, so maybe you don't have to like make them with your hands. She's got like a presser, a Cakes by Katie presser. It's kind of like one of those cookie cutters and you press it into the cake dough, do it on the other side, pop it out, and there you go. You dip it, and all you have to do is go bake it. Like every other creator, she's got a lot of merch, and it looks like the merch did really well. The drop went really well. People really loved it, especially the chunky as F-word shirt. I don't know if it's about Katie's body being chunky as f. I don't know if the cake pops are chunky as f. I'm not too sure. I love chunky as f cake pops. And if Katie is anything like me, she probably made her cake pop, and when it came out, and after she dipped it, she said, damn, that's chunky as f. Similar to as I do when I eat cake pop, except I say, I'm gonna get chunky as f if I keep this up, because those things are dense and delicious. But people seem to really like her merch, and they really wanted to support her as they really liked her vibe. And just going through her videos, it looks like she is really good at marketing herself. Along with being really successful, she has her own cart, and it seems that she's just, people really like her cake pops.
I had 700 cake pops to sell in 2 hours, and it was supposed to rain. Naturally, I was freaking the fuck out, but we had to get the show on the road. We pulled up to set up, and there was already a line. I was, again, freaking the fuck out, but we got the trailer all popped up, ready to go. These were all of our flavors. We also had a donation pop, chocolate funfetti. It was our pride pop for the month of June. All proceeds went to Ozone House, and we raised over $1,000. Thank
you. Get it? She's super popular. In fact, she sells out pretty much from the videos that I've seen. It looks like she sells out every single week, which is an amazing thing. We used to do these types of things for our donuts. I stopped because I don't like socializing with people or being outside of my house and wearing a bra. But usually every single time we would sell out, and it's great. It's It's really fun. I just also hate it. So if you'd like to order some yibs, notice I have 10 grams of protein and tastes like a cake donut that I eat in front of the TV at night while I watch Bob's Burgers.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget how horrible you all are at your jobs.
Check it out, it's linked down below. Oh yeah, I plugged my own business. It just felt right. Just like Katie, you gotta market because it's the right and smart thing to do. Well, she wouldn't be feeling so smart once. A woman named Ashley came rolling through to ruin her whole business. So Ashley was a creator that seemed to do, as I went through her profile, it seems like she did a lot of get ready with me's. She would do get ready with me for a Sunday gym routine. I saw that she would do like a nighttime routine, showing her toothbrush, brushing her teeth, showing what she rubs on her face, you know, all the concoctions for the face so that people stay pretty. She would even show off her outfits like the most perfect cozy sweater.
I just wanted to take a moment to tell you guys about this super cute knit sweater. It's from Knit Mix Frenchie.
But it wasn't getting all that many views. Mostly from the 2,000 to maybe the 5,000 range. You know, Katie wasn't an influencer. Maybe she was trying, I'm not too sure if she really cared about the views or she just wanted to show off, you know, her nighttime routine or show people the sweater, and if people watched it, they watched it. I didn't get much, you know, follow me now. You know those influencers that are really pushing it to get a lot of views, like they're trying to chase the algorithm. It looks like she was just kind of a girl doing her thing on the internet, as most people do anyway. Until her and Cakes by Katie would meet virtually in the comment section. Yeah, they never met in real life, only virtually, and it would absolutely blow up. So one day Miss Ashley would say, you know what, instead of filming a get ready with me or a nighttime routine or my favorite coziest sweater, she says, I'm going to show how I make cake pops. The first video she would do was a cookies and cream cake pop. She would use box cake, no oil, 3 eggs, cookies and cream Oreo, my absolute kryptonite, do not let those things in my house, I'll eat the whole bag. Light sour cream, 1 cup of water, she would stir it all up, bake in the oven for 18 minutes, put the cake into a mixer, mix it up, mash it up, crush it up, and then she's got her dough for her cake pop. I have never seen cake pops be made. I usually just eat them. After that cake pop video, Ashley's views would go from that 2,000 to 5,000 range to a whopping 93.9 thousand views. Ooh, looks like people enjoy cake. Honestly, I would personally watch it. I don't eat like cake all the time. It's like a couple time a year thing, but I would watch someone make a cake pop over someone giving me their nighttime routine. I already have mine, I'm not changing it. But a cake pop, I don't know, there's just something so beautiful about a damn cake pop, or cake in general, or sugar. So everything was going great with Ashley. She found something that she enjoyed, people on the internet enjoyed it, and everything was super hunky-dory. Until she decided to make a Fruity Pebble cake pop. Ashley would post a video of her pouring Fruity Pebbles into some cake batter, dipping her cake pops, and drying them off, and well, that's about it. So you would see this and say, okay, my childhood cereal on top of a cake pop, and you'd probably scroll on.
The master rapper and I'm here to say I love Fruity Pebbles in a major way.
Well, guess who saw it and it completely enraged her? Cakes by Katie, you got it. Cakes by Katie was extremely pissed off because she is the inventor of Fruity Pebble. I'm sorry, I couldn't say it with a straight face. Let me try again. Cakes by Katie was extremely upset, and rightfully so, because she is the inventor of Fruity Pebble cake pops. She is the inventor in her head. She is the No, Rigby, we are going to do it. I'm gonna get this out in a straight face. She is the inventor of Fruity Pebble cake pops. I said it. Hold on for 1 second. Woo! Okay, I am an adult. It's just giving.
I don't think my father, the inventor of toaster strudel, would be too pleased to hear about this.
Anyway, Katie was very upset because that was her exact recipe and Ashley posted it on her TikTok, and now she wants to sue her because it's a copyrighted recipe, not from Fruity Pebbles, but from Katie's cake pops. She was so angry that she decided to send a message to Ashley, and it was very professional and not crazy at all. I'm sorry, what the F? You posted my entire Fruity Pebbles recipe! It's in all caps, she was yelling. You'll be hearing from my lawyer. I have a copyright on the first page of my recipe book. Ashley, you better watch the F out. She don't play about her Fruity Pebbles that she owns, obviously. Had to fix Tia and Tamara, they were drooping. Well, so what ended up happening was that Ashley decided to take the Fruity Pebbles video down because, I mean, come on, the inventor of a Fruity Pebble cake batter recipe. That's some serious stuff. Don't be stealing someone's Fruity Pebble cake pop recipe, because girl, you're gonna go to jail. I would have told Cakes by Katie to lick my black ass. Right there, honey. And I'd post the recipe again. But Ashley, she seems nice. She wears sweaters. She seems very sweet, and she took the video down. And then she messaged her back saying, I'm sorry, once I saw your message, I took the video down. And then Cakes by Katie, instead of saying, oh, thank you for doing exactly what I told you to do, you dumb cake pop recipe stealing, she decided to keep it going. Stop lying. You posted my exact recipe. Please don't contact me again. You'll be hearing from my lawyer. Wait, Katie, you contacted her first. She's just responded back and said she's sorry. And she even took down the video. So Ashley would not listen to this request and would message her back. I don't have your recipe book. I never bought your cookbook. I don't know if you can see who purchased it. You can usually. When you guys make orders for Yibs, I be seeing your names and I be seeing returning customers, and it's really sweet. So yeah, she can see it. But I never did. I only saw the recipe you posted with the cake mixes you used on your TikTok. I swear I didn't do this maliciously. I just started making cake pops 2 weeks ago. She is so nice. Oh my God, the way that I would tell her to lick my ass. This side now. But that wasn't enough for Cakes by Katie. She was under the impression that Ashley had this malicious, evil mastermind plan to take the recipe that she posted on her TikTok and shared on her TikTok for the world to see and put it on her own TikTok to steal the cake pop recipe. Katie, now that I'm explaining it, it's a little odd. You can't get mad for someone for taking a recipe you put on the internet for free. Also, can you have a copyright over a recipe that uses Fruity Pebbles? I know Cakes by Katie is not the CEO of General Mills. Otherwise, her cake pops would be in like Walmart, Stater Brothers, Food Lion, Vons. Anyway, the messages weren't enough. Cakes by Katie said, you know what? You dumb bitch. You dumb Fruity Pebble cake pop stealing bitch. I'm gonna make a video about you. And she fucking did. In a now deleted video, but the internet lasts forever.
Friends, we need to talk. Earlier this weekend, I found out that one of my copyrighted recipes was posted in full on here for 77,000 people to see. That's how many people viewed it.
Wait, she was upset about 77,000 views when she gets over 500,000 to over 1 million, sometimes 2 million views per video? Girl. That just tells me that, I don't know, she's very into the views, which it's her business. The views do matter here on YouTube, here on TikTok, they do matter, but it just looks like she's one of those people that are like, she's like the big business and Ashley's just some tiny little like at-home mom making a cake pop. And she's like, no, you'll never make cake pops, not with my recipe. I don't even want 72,000 people looking at a cake pop recipe made and owned and copyrighted by me, Katie. Or Kate. Nope, Katie, you got it right. I'm getting better with remembering people's names. Anyway, go ahead, Cake Pop Katie.
But the thing here is that my online virtual recipe book does have a copyright on it. So when someone has a copyright, you cannot take and distribute the work within that book. Unfortunately, this happens to me very, very frequently, and more unfortunately with bakers.
Spoiler, she's trying to wrap this in as it's like a baker's problem, but all the bakers, at least that I saw, said, this girl, no, we wouldn't be mad about this. It's just you. You're on your own with this, Miss Cakes by Katie.
You wouldn't believe, on Reddit, on TikTok, they're taking, and when I say taking my recipes, I don't mean they're like making what they see me making in the video.
Hold on, can I just say, like, I'm all up for like gassing yourself up, but as someone who's not a baker, you know, Garrett does all the baking and the tedious work with our business. I am the taste tester and the idea maker. And then I tell them if I don't like it or not, or if I like it. But as someone who's just watching this, it takes about 2 brain cells to look at some cake bot batter and then look at some Fruity Pebbles that are very colorful and throw it into the batter, Katie. It's not that hard to think of at all. You can take any cereal. In fact, I saw Fruity Pebble cake pops at Disneyland, and Disneyland is a big business. So shall I write a letter to Disney and let them know, Cakes by Katie, that you are using their recipe and selling it in a cookbook for $12.99? That doesn't sound good. I don't think you want to Disney.
You're taking my full recipe from the book, putting it in the comments, in the video, on Reddit, on Facebook, and that's just not okay.
I'll let the whole thing play. I'm just finding this so fascinating and weird. As a cake eater, connoisseur. In between takes, I've been looking at a lot of like cake pop making recipes, and it isn't that difficult. So I feel like a lot of the recipes are gonna like cross into each other, right? Like they don't seem all that special. So in my head, for this influencer to think that she is somewhat of like a scientific bakery genius, that her recipes are like at the top and no one else has ever thought of them, like she's got a lot of cake pops on her shoulders. Okay, go ahead, Katie. By the way, let me warn you, she gets a little bit of a mob boss thing going on.
So because of this, I have an attorney to let everybody know the same thing. You have 24 hours to take the video down. I hadn't heard anything. I did make an Instagram story just saying, hey friends, don't do this. I was trying to get this creator's attention.
By messaging her, cursing her ass out, and making sure to tell her that you're going to sue her over a cake pop post that got 73,000 views.
Wasn't getting a response. Once I got a response from her, I took the video down. Now, as most of you know, I give about 1 to 2 recipes for free away on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram a week. I also have recipes for sale. I give out all of my tips, tricks, knowledge. I really don't hold anything back.
Okay, Katie, so now that you said that, do you maybe think that someone could have taken your tips, tricks, and other stuff that you post on the internet, and the fact that making cake pops seems to be like it's like a normal routine, and just like the flavors kind of change and whatever the hell you throw in it, like Fruity Pebbles. Do you think someone could have taken that and just decided to make a Fruity Pebble cake pop? Not everything is about you and your cake pops. Like I said, I saw Fruity Pebble cake pops at Disney, but apparently this was a very, very serious thing for Cakes by Katie.
One thing I take very, very, very seriously is what I have created myself, and that's my recipes. Now, this person reached out to me and let me know that they actually had never bought a copy of my recipe book. I didn't get any information after that, an email, a name. I was blocked, so I wasn't able to confirm anything, but
I would have blocked your chunky ass cake pop booty cheeks too. Well, I would have laughed in your face first, posted the recipe again, and then probably blocked you. But you know, we would have gotten to the same ending. Also, why would she have to give you her name? Her name is literally on TikTok. You could just type into your computer, to your Shopify, type in a name, and see what comes up. It would have been a lot less effort than this 3-minute video.
But thankfully the video was taken down. We're obviously not gonna pursue. Sometimes I message people and I'm like, hey, take that down. They are not nice, they are not cool, they are not friendly, and then we have a different situation.
Yeah, because Cakes with Katie was the one that was not nice, not friendly, and she was kind of mean. Anyway, the last part of the video, Cakes by Katie goes into a whole monologue about how she shows up every single day to make her cakes, spatula and whisk in hand, ready to give you the absolute bomb, thickest cake pop recipe she can pull out of her booty cheek. And she just wants to be appreciated for the hard work she does on TikTok about cake pops.
I just want to let you all know, so there's not any kind of confusion. From the bottom of my heart, I show up here every single day and teach you guys how to make cake pops. I give you my whole self every single day.
And then after her monologue of all the hard work that she does for TikTok, now I'm not saying that she doesn't do hard work. Baking is very, very hard. When we used to go to like fitness expos and we would do farmers markets and everything, it's a lot. We were up for like 24 hours prepping donuts and all that stuff. It's awful. Especially when you get there, you've been up for 24 hours and now you have to sell the donuts and someone comes up and says, oh, protein donuts, oh my God, I hate them. They probably taste like ass cheeks. And you're like, okay, just move along. Why are you telling me? Go to Cake by Katie. So I'm not trying to like discredit the work that she does. I'm just saying she has a lot of cake pops on her shoulder. And I think sometimes you just gotta like dust them off a little bit, like just lick them off. But right when I thought the video was over and I was trying to like get on, you know, put myself in Katie's shoes, because I agree, getting something online, like I used to sell like plans online, and then I would see some people like post it and I'm like, okay, whatever. I didn't message them because it's not the biggest of deal. You just don't give it attention and you move along, whatever. So I was trying to put myself in her shoes if she saw a recipe that she worked so hard on, her Fruity Pebble recipe, and she saw it and she was, you know, just take it down type thing. But the way that she went about it, the fact that it was Fruity Pebbles and it was like a cake pop recipe that's not special at all, was weird. So when she said this, I was like, oh God, Katie, I just lost any kind of sympathy or me putting myself in your shoes that we had.
What I cannot get behind is someone taking something they purchased from me and then putting it online for everyone else to see. Now, did that actually happen here? I'm not sure.
Now, Cakes by Katie, you did all of that in Ashley's messages and you're not sure wonder if she stole your recipe? Girl, you got balls. Tons of balls. Cake pop balls on those shoulders. Y'all take your hand now. Flick them off for her. Flick them off. Cake Pop by Katie's shoulders. Flick the cake pops off.
Actually, I would love to have a conversation with you.
Wait, she lied. In that message, she says, don't contact me again. So no, you don't want to have a conversation with her. I wouldn't want to have a conversation with Cakes by Katie, because if you're gonna come at me like that in the messages, absolutely not. Learn how to be a normal person.
But at the end of the day, this is my livelihood. So if something like that is threatened, like my copyright being violated, I do have to follow up on it. Now, am I gonna sue somebody for following one of my videos? Absolutely not.
But that's what she did pretty much, Cakes by Katie. And you did say you were gonna sue her.
Am I gonna pursue somebody who's taking the written words from my book and putting it online? Possibly, if I'm not sure what the intention is.
Okay, I wish you elaborated a little bit on that, because what intention do you need for you not to sue someone over a Fruity Pebble cake pop recipe?
But friends, just remember, when you feel threatened, when you see something out there, and this happens to me pretty often, so I was heated, I was upset, and I do have to say this is a learning experience for me. I am not used to reaching out to somebody and them not having ill intentions when it comes to my content. So that's all I'm gonna say. I hope you guys have a good day. I'm sorry for any hurt feelings, any confusion. At the end of the day, you guys know I just wanna be here making cake pops and making cake pops with you.
So I don't know if Cakes by Katie thought that she was just so powerful, so high, so on top of the cake. She's like the topper of the cake, you know? That she could just make this video, give a very bland explanation of what was going on, and then move along because people agreed with her. And then Ashley saw that video and said, what the f? And started crying in her car.
I never thought I'd have to fucking make a video like this, and like I'm fucking crying in a Walmart parking lot, for God's sakes. But Cakes by Katie made a video about me saying that I stole her Fruity Pebbles recipe. I use a lot of inspiration from a lot of different creators. I just started my cake pop thing like 2 fucking weeks ago. She posted a video on like her cake mix ratios, and that's what I used. I never fucking bought her cookbook. I don't know her exact recipe. In her video, she said that I keep a couple secrets just for me, because she copyrights her cookbook, so I don't have any way of knowing her entire exact recipe. I improvised. I was like, okay, I have the cake mix ratios for this. It looks really fucking good. How do I make this into actual cake pop dough? So
Ashley, I'm so sorry to cut you off. It was a kind of a long video. It was just pretty much trying to really overly explain what happened, what she did. She literally just made a cake pop freaking recipe. I know this probably isn't the best advice, probably not the good advice, probably not the nice advice, but sometimes I watch people on the internet and I feel like people just need to let people know who the f they are. Katie looks like such a nice, sweet person, but I know there's something in her that will let people know who the f she is. But you know, it worked out because everybody felt really, really bad for Ashley. She released those messages from Cakes by Katie, and then Cakes by Katie was the one who started crying a lot on her couch.
Good morning, friends. Yesterday, I really fucked up and I'm not proud of how I handled the situation. To quickly tell you what happened, I saw a cake pop recipe written within a TikTok caption. I thought it came from my recipe book because I was tagged, and I handled the situation poorly. The legal advice I received in the past said this was wrong because I had a copyright on the book, but you guys quickly informed me, and now I know that that's not the case. A recipe book is copyrighted as a whole, not on individual recipes. I was confused. I was acting on advice that I had been given in the past, and I didn't lead with my heart. I didn't lead with kindness, and obviously that showed. I had a human moment and reacted instead of taking the time to talk out the situation, and I couldn't be more sorry for that.
We're not done with it. I do want to show her whole apology to you so that people are not, you know, I don't know, so you just hear the whole thing and come to your own conclusion. But just a little spoiler, most people did not like this. Some people did, especially with all the stuff that happened after this apology, and a lot of people are saying Cakes by Katie didn't deserve this, she didn't deserve all this hate, etc., etc. But I have to say, I only saw this apology and I thought, oh, she apologized, it's like, let's move on. I didn't see what she was messaging Ashley and how hard she was going to sue her. I didn't know it was about fucking Fruity Pebble cake pops. So I just have to say, I'm probably being a bad person. If I was Ashley and people were like, you accept her apology, she's apologizing and everything, I'd be like, no, I'm happy she's getting a lot of heat right now. I've told you guys this before, but there's a lady down the street, and in her crazy fucking cock-eyed, lazy-eyed head, she is under under the impression that I am not allowed to walk down my fucking street. She has an issue with it. She called me ghetto. She started talking about how Trump's gonna bring me law and order. She looks like that lady from American Horror Story. Whenever me and Garrett watch it, we're like, that's the lady down the street, except she's got like a lazy eye and her hair is a lot more like wackadoodle. It's the weirdest thing. But anyway, I filmed one of her interactions when she had a fucking rake in her hand swinging at me. She's called the police on me. I filmed that too. All of these things, you know, she's gonna sue me. She's saying that I'm stalking her. She's saying that I'm following her. I live on the same street. She's a weirdo. She's also had this run-in with many other people too, so it's a known thing. And I know that because I filmed the whole thing and I posted it in the Facebook group. And now she's trying to tell people, but now people in the neighborhood know exactly who that is. I've gotten messages, statements about her run-ins with people outside of the neighborhood from different states. Her family has messaged me and everyone hates her. And now that people are giving her a lot of heat, now Miss Lady down the street is saying, I didn't mean what I said. I meant ghetto, like how she's acting. I didn't mean anything. Anyway, I'm getting away from the story. The point is that she said that it was a moment of, you know, she was just in a bad mood or something. She didn't mean what she said. She was like in a different state of mind. And now she's like apologizing. She don't say shit when I walk down there because I still do it every single day. She don't apologize to me. She just runs away into her house. But she's like apologizing to other people. And if someone said, do you accept her apology? No. You can get ran over by a car for all I care. I don't care for her apology or her. Anything that happens to her, I don't care. So I can't be the better person and say if I was Ashley, who was in tears in her car, having this random huge creator get mad at her in the messages, tell her to f off, and I'm gonna sue you over a Fruity Pebbles recipe, I would be lying if I said, I accept that apology and I hope the best for her. No, I don't. I'm gonna make the Fruity Pebble recipe a lot now. And I'm gonna probably tag you. Anywho, well now Ashley is scared, even though she started this whole thing, because of the weirdos on the internet who take things way too far.
I've spent the last day receiving death threats, hundreds of wishes that I would end my life, racial slurs against my family, people telling me I should be sterilized, that I should be put down, but I do just want everybody to know that I take accountability for the way I responded to Ashley.
I think there's a lot of opinions on like the whole death threat thing on the internet, and I see whenever this things blow up, people will say that I'm getting so many death threats. I've gotten like a couple death threats when something would go, you know, if I'm pissed off a really big creator or something, and some bottom dweller basement lurker would go into my messages. Here's a tip. One, those people are weird. You just ignore them. They're like people who are chronically online and just want to make you all look like her, all distressed. And two, you have the option to take off your messages. I've had my messages off for years now. Y'all can't get in contact with me unless it's in the comment section, which I don't really read anyway, unless you're here within the hour. After that, it's just, I've said what I said. And if you want to tell me to unalive myself, I guess that's what you did. I'm pretty sure YouTube usually blocks those types of comments anyway. They don't play with that. I don't know how TikTok is.
I know that Ashley didn't get the best version of me yesterday. And you don't know me and you can say what you want, but if you did know me, you would know how heavy that sits on my heart and how sorry I am that she did get the worst version of me.
Something else that people had a really big issue with Cakes by Katie was that she was so, you know, gatekeeping about her recipes and so angry about her recipes and saying nobody can use her recipes, but she uses box cake, which I'm not against. If I got a cake made and someone said they used box cake, but they did all the stuff, I don't really care. We've used box cake in the past for like birthdays, like if my mom came, we make her a cake or something, and it's really nice to just have like all the portions of all the dry ingredients, but if you wanna make it extra special, you still have to do stuff to the box cake. It just makes your time a lot more efficient. So not really a big deal to me, but a lot of people had a problem that she is so stressful or so angry about her recipes, but she's using box cake. And so she talked about that too.
I totally hear you guys. I do use box cake, but I do have over 70 recipes that I want people to make that I made simple for everybody to use. I can't say enough that I understand Ashley didn't have bad intentions, that I should have taken the time before reacting. Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes when life is hard, when things are hard, when health is hard, I react. I think that's human, but I don't think it's right.
So in the end, Ashley says she is going to work on her kindness until she's red in the face.
Every day I'm gonna walk with kindness, with grace, and with generosity as much that I can.
And then she says, I gotta get out of here. I can't be on the internet right now.
I know some of you guys were getting upset when I was turning my comments off yesterday. I've just never been through something like this with these kinds of messages, and some of them seem very serious. So I just don't know like when I'm gonna be around or when I'm gonna be back.
And people are saying, bullshit! You're only doing all of this crying and crisscross applesauce on the couch and being really nice because you've been officially caught and people are calling you out. You're losing followers. And she even lost some sponsorships. A sponsorship publicly announced that they are not gonna be working with Cakes by Katie, no mo. But the biggest thing to come out was another baker who felt the wrath of Cakes by Katie.
Once you start going down the rabbit hole of Cake by Katie, you realize that this woman has been doing this the entire time she's been on the internet. You can see here a creator named Karen who was actually ran off all platforms over Cake by Katie. Now this is actually Katie's story to all of her followers on her Instagram. She says, right here, you guys can pause to read. And again, not very nice at all, saying that they are stealing her things when this creator clearly cooks out of a Duncan Hines or Betty Crocker box. To this day, Karen can still not be found on social media because she was bullied off by Cake by Katie.
And her followers, because we all know that's what probably happened to this random baker lady when Cakes by Katie saw it. And that's why she was probably making another post so that her followers could go over to another baker, Ashley, or wannabe baker. Not even a baker, she was just making cake pops and she can get bombarded. And that's probably why she was always doing it. And she probably saw sweet little blonde Ashley and said, hey, this'll be an easy one. More people will now follow me because of this, but it's had the opposite effect and Ashley posted the receipts of her messages. She didn't just run off the internet. She's also known for making random comments in people's comment section. People are reposting it now. This lady gave us absolutely no clarification on why she was posting this or what the post was about, but this is what Cakes by Katie said. I didn't ask for handouts when making my pop stand. I worked, this lady probably asked for like donations or something. I worked day and night to get where I am. No one offers handouts and certain people look for it in the wrong places. This is America, where we work for what we have. Begging for donations online won't get you anywhere in life. Best of luck, work harder. Which I am someone who does not ask for donations, who maybe in the future when I'm like at rock bottom, but I've been at rock bottom and I just can't ask for donations, but I have never saw someone asking for donations and thought to leave a paragraph about how I worked so fucking hard for my cake stand and you should do it too. Like me. I don't know, maybe some people just need some more help. I'm not sure. I don't think I would leave that message or comment Katie because it's weird, but Katie did. Anyway, it all worked out for Ashley because she went from, I don't know how many followers she had, very little, to a whopping 500,000 subscribers. Cakes by Katie. She's like right on your cake pop ass. And she could probably do it. Getting 100,000 followers, especially if you went viral on TikTok, is pretty simple. Anyway, Miss Cakes by Katie was so upset about a little Fruity Pebble cake pop made in a random chick's kitchen and getting 75,000 views. Well, not only did Ashley blow up to 500,000 subscribers or followers on TikTok, she started her own business called Sweet Treats by Ashley. And she even got a little miniature cake pop cart. And it seems that she has been selling out ever since Miss Cakes by Katie tried to light a fire under Ashley's booty cheeks with her wrath. So now you're saying, okay, but you talked about cursing. That's part of the story. Yes, I did. Because now Ashley is getting some heat from a few people because she said a word.
Hey guys, so I did end up closing the cake pop cart down at 8 p.m. today, and I noticed that there was some of the lemon bar and some of the Reese's peanut butter cup left over, which is surprising because I thought of all the flavors that those two would sell out the fastest, but you guys really fuck with the red velvet and the vanilla wafer.
Did you hear it? Actually, when I went to the comment section, I was like, wait, why is everybody mad at Ashley now? What word did she say? And I had to rewind it. She said the F word, and people are upset because they followed her because she's supposed to be wholesome, and saying the F word is not wholesome. That's like being like Cakes by Katie. Don't curse! You sound like Katie! There was a lot of comments being really upset that she said the F-bomb, and I'm like, oh, oops. I thought we were all just adults. Anyway, that's why people were getting upset by Cakes with Ashley or Sweet Treats by Ashley, but they were more angry at Cakes by Katie. She is not back on the internet from what I'm looking right now. This happened a few days ago. I'm on it this time, but I'll add in an editing, Michelle, if there is anything new about cake pops right now. And here I am with a lot to say. Something happened to Ashley, something happened to Cakes by Katie. So everything was going really well for Ashley. She was getting followers by like the second, and she blew up to 750,000. She even posted a video of a cake pop saying thank you for 750,000. She surpassed Cakes by Katie within a few days. I feel like it was a few hours. But this is why I tell you guys, I cannot stand quick Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, quick fame is just not healthy, in my opinion, in the long run, because just as fast as the internet giveth, the internet can also take it away just as fast. And you grow a following of people who just follow you because the internet told them to follow you. You only get a following because there's some kind of controversy going on and there's this person that they hate, and then you're the good person. They're like, okay, well, I'm gonna follow this person so that this person feels the heat. And they, you know, the internet loves that kind of stuff. And so you get a lot of followers really, really quick, lots of dopamine hits, but in the long run, you're not building a quality fan base or like subscriber base, whatever, people that actually really enjoy your content and actually really enjoy you and are willing to hear you out maybe of your opinion. You're gonna say one thing wrong, do one thing wrong, or like one thing wrong that they don't agree with, and they're gonna cut your butt cheeks off. And that's exactly what happened to little girl Ashley. Because after this happened, she was crying in her car again. Allegedly, I'm not too sure. I feel like if she cried over Cakes by Katie calling her out, she probably cried about all these, 700,000 people also calling her out as well. So everyone was having a great time celebrating Sweets by Ashley girl, the blonde one. But then someone said, you know what? I gotta do a background check on her because people are liking her a little too much. I need to make sure she's someone that I like. And they went to Ashley's TikTok and looked at what she liked and scrolled all the way down years ago, and she liked something that a certain man with a weird tan and weird hair and fat and have lots of money liked. Trump. So she was liking a whole bunch of Trump posts during his election, and whoever saw that reposted it, and it went everywhere on TikTok, and everyone said, no, don't you dare follow her. She's also an enemy. Don't do it. She's horrible. I knew something about her was off. Everybody, all of a sudden everybody knew something was off. And so then her followers started plummeting down right when she hit 750K and she posted that video. And people said, you might want to take this down because you are now below 750K, Miss Trump girl. And the internet shifted. And once everybody started hating Ashley because she was up Trump's booty cheeks, all of a sudden, then Cakes by Katie was a good person. And then Cakes by Katie's following started skyrocketing up too. And so she made this whole statement.
Sweet Treats with Ashley has released a statement about her political stance. And she has lost about 25,000 followers since this came out. So you can see here, she states, I did not vote for Trump. The only reason I did not come out and say it forthright is because I was advised by my family and friends not to do so. She says, taking that repost and running with it to spread hate, lies, and more bullying to my page where all I do is try to spread love and support while doing something I'm passionate about is not okay. This is the post that everybody dropped Ashley for, and it says right here, Sweet Treats by Ashley reposted, and it says, I've decided that I'm voting for Donald Trump in the 2024 election. This guy does this post, why I'm voting for Trump. There were some other reposts like Charlie Kirk and things like that made people believe that Ashley was a Trump supporter. While Ashley has lost about 25,000, Cake by Katie has gained about 15,000 since this all started. Ashley says in her comments that she is not really a political person. She says she will be taking some time away for her mental health.
It was kind of interesting because I know Cakes by Katie was probably watching what was happening with Ashley, and she was like, this is my time to come back. And she did. And it really helped her following. You can't take a break off the internet when people are hating you, because that's exactly what the people that hate you want. You kind of have to keep trucking through all the comments calling you, awful, and keep it going, because the internet ends up forgetting. They forgot about Cakes by Katie's thing. Her following went straight back up that easily. All Ashley had to do was like a post from Trump, and then everyone said, well, now Cakes by Katie is the good one. It's so interesting because I am very stingy with my follow. I need to make sure that I like you. I'm not just gonna follow you because the internet told me to, or there's some kind of weird drama. For me, cake pops is a cake pop. I don't need to follow someone just because they make cake pops. So anyway, that's what happened. Ashley actually did end up getting her following back pretty quickly, because once again, people forget. But the only issue here is that the Republican people heard that that all the liberals were unfollowing her, and they're like, well, then I'll follow her. But the problem with that is that, once again, they probably aren't interested in cake pops, so now she's gonna have all these followers, and then the views are gonna be low, and then the algorithm's gonna say, well, no one's interested in this, and she might plummet, and that's how it works. Cakes by Katie got her following back as well. Someone saw that she did a ISIS cookie or cake pop, and they were like, oh, I'll follow her because she clearly doesn't like Trump. And so just like that, her following went up as well. So now they're pretty much at the same. So in the end, I mean, both people got a following, and people will forget about this tomorrow. Also, I'll close out the video here because everything that I had to say while I was filming doesn't make sense because of what I said in this video. So thank you so much for being here and listening about cake pops for about 30 minutes. And now it's time for me to kiss your beautiful forehead because it's the perfect size. You know, just like Cakes by Katie would say, it's thick as f. Was that a compliment? I'm not too sure. My forehead is definitely thick as fuck. And on that note, I will see all of you guys in the next video. Oh, you guys should watch the last one. We just talked about Gypsy Rose. And I have to say, after what she did, I think she needs to go back to jail. I'll link it right up here or right down below and in the end credit. Bye, you guys. And also, can y'all follow people that you're actually interested in instead of just what people tell you to follow? Okay, bye. Your forehead looks great. Okay, see ya.
I'm a gym girly. I love lifting heavy, doing all the curling. I live for the pump, my biceps looking plump. I'm a gym girly.